Welcome back to the OHSU Effect Inside Health and Science. I'm Lacey Evans. We all know that exercise and eating healthy are important, but it's also difficult. How can we break our bad habits? How can we make time for exercise? With me now to tackle these topics is Dr. Kerry Kuehl, Assistant Professor of Medicine. He's also the co-director of the Human Performance Laboratory. Good morning.
Good morning.
So exercise and nutrition are really the cornerstone of remaining healthy, right?
Well, just not remaining healthy, but actually getting healthy. The cornerstones of everyone's life really does involve around physical activity, good dietary choices, and then I add sleep in there too. So we have to get adequate sleep. But the problem today is that we are not eating right, and we're not getting the physical activity we need. And I think if you look at the data, the only fountain of youth is exercise and diet.
Yeah, well, tell me a little more about the benefits of exercise. I mean, we all know it's good for us, but really, what does it do?
So exercise, one of my colleagues, Dr. Lynn Goldberg, who hired me initially in the Human Performance Laboratory in 1983, who's really a pioneer in exercise, and we've been doing exercise studies for about 30 years. Dr. Goldberg said if exercise was in the form of a pill, it would be the most prescribed medicine ever because it does everything good and right. I mean, it reduces heart disease, high blood pressure, high cholesterol. It reduces cancer. It treats and reduces osteoporosis. It treats anxiety and depression. Should be the number one thing we do with people with mild to moderate depression is get them exercising. It treats glaucoma. If you look at exercise, it really does, as long as you do it sensibly and to avoid injury, it does everything right. In fact, most recently, last year, 2 studies came out in the archives of internal medicine that now show that exercise reduces Alzheimer's and reduces dementia. This was a large study in women 65 years of age or older. They followed them for 15 years and found that women that exercised 30 minutes a day, nothing hard, didn't have to go to the health club, but simply 30 minutes of exercise a day reduced cognitive dysfunction by 90%.
Wow.
So it really, now we know it affects your brain and that it contributes to brain health as well.
Yeah, that's great. So even if you're not seeing those instant results and you're getting all muscular, still things are good for you down the road.
Absolutely.
And you work with elite athletes, and, I'm not ever going to run a marathon. I'm just going to put that out there. But still, we can learn from those people who maintain their peak health, right? What can we learn from them?
So we have what's called the Human Performance Laboratory. So this is a laboratory that looks at exercise and diet, both for performance in elite athletes, but also as medical therapy for people that are unhealthy and out of shape. So what we do is we're the experts in training and testing elite athletes and try to get them to achieve peak performance through proper training, proper diet, proper rest, recovery, pre-game meal, post-game recovery, drink. We know that, so what we've applied, our laboratory is for people that are out of shape, overweight, unhealthy, may have arthritis, may have inability to exercise. So what we do is we test them the same way as we do elite athletes, not the hard protocol, but we test them in the same way to look at their maximal performance. And then we devise an exercise and nutrition program for them based on what their needs are. So and some of that is weight loss as well. If someone needs to lose weight, we'll also give them a weight loss program as well.
And you're giving a public lecture on exercise and fitness on April 19th at the OHSU campus. I want to make sure we have time for that. So tell people what you're going to share with them.
So this is a lecture. It's at 7:30 p.m. Thursday night, April 19th. And really, it's going to look at exercise and nutrition as medical therapy and how to use exercise and diet. So I'll talk about some of the problems today with diabetes. 20% of new diabetics are under the age of 20. So many of our new diabetics are children. It used to be called adult onset diabetes, but now it's found in adolescents. So it's really to look at the effects of our built environment, look at how our society and culture have contributed us to removing physical activity from our lives, to look at how sugar and processed foods and processed flour now are a big part of our diet. And really, we have to get back to simply eating fruits, vegetables, whole food, and exercising most days a week. And so it's going to be really a little bit of a motivational talk, but also just a little bit of education on where we've come and where we need to go as a society.
So just about 30 seconds left. As a society, what is the number one thing we need to change to maintain a healthy lifestyle?
So I think understanding the built environment, that our new environment is really remove physical activity from our lives. I mean, schools don't teach PE anymore. We're not eating good food. So as a society, we really need to understand to get back to eating whole food, fruits and vegetables, exercising most days a week, getting adequate sleep of at least 7 hours a night, and trying to achieve balance in our lives again. Because there's no magic pill. First of all, it does take work, and there's no secrets. And so to understand that and to apply that to your life is really what we're going to talk about.
And again, your lecture, April 19th, 7:30 at the OHSU Auditorium. Dr. Kerry Kuehl, thank you.
Thank you very much, Linda.